Baby.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25
What's good, everybody? Happy Monday. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me, please. Please let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Happy Monday. I hope everybody is having a great day today, y'all. My day is going good. I'm sorry I'm late. Listen, let me know if y'all can hear me, please. Can y'all hear me? Because I don't know. Okay, thank you, YDKL. Thank you, okay, thank y'all so much for letting me know if y'all can hear me. Listen, thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate the love and support. I'm sorry I'm late. Listen, I did not get no sleep last night. I tried to do everything imaginable. People on Patreon know. And then I tried to get me something to eat, had me a little cheat meal. I still couldn't go to sleep. I don't know what's going on. I didn't know what was going on. And so I had to get when I finally did go to sleep, I was like, let me go ahead and, sleep past the time I normally wake up so that I could get some sleep and go to the gym because today was leg day and we already had our cheat meal. And so we are here, okay? We are here, and listen, it's so good to be back. We are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm so happy that Love Island is over with. I plan on coming on today and making a Love Island review to just wrap everything up because it has been a long ride. I didn't watch the episode. I watched like the last 5 minutes to see what was going on. But I'm so happy that Atlanta is back and we could just focus on this because my thing is I probably won't be watching Love Island anymore because the game is rigged. And so at least we got something real over here with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I told y'all before, give me my things. I told y'all before that what makes a good reality TV show is long-lasting friendships where there is beef there and where there's dirt there. And baby, didn't we get beef last night? Didn't we get it? Amen, okay? So we are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 14. And the name of the episode is called Highland Games and Explosive Claims, okay? And we're going to review the episode, okay? As 702 say, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to break it down, okay? And we're going to talk about it. But before we get started, let's see who all in here, and then we're going to talk. I got some super chats already. Thank you so much. Jamil, thank you so much, Big Money. He said the real issue is that Porsha controls the narrative, the conversation, and even the friendship. Shamea is only allowed to speak when Porsha approves. When Porsha spills the tea, it's being real. When Shamea doesn't, suddenly it's the wrong place, the wrong time. Wow. You deduced all of that from last night? Baby, listen. Thank you for the super chat, Joe Mill. Oh, even more, baby. Big Money. That friendship was never built to survive the moment Shamea found her own voice. This episode proved exactly that. Alexa plays Shamea never had. Yeah, I mean, she never had. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Cameron. He said, and when it comes down to my mother, LOL, shout out to Delicious. What's good, boy? What's good, Cameron? Thank you for the super chat, Danae. She said, whether it's true or not, it's some antics. The point is they were having a nice dinner and that you completely unprovoked. You brought up her child and mother for no reason at all, then ran off crying. Yes, she did. Thank you. You watched what I watched, Danae. You watched what I don't know what Joe Mill watched, but you watched what I watched. Okay? But let's see who all up in here. We're gonna start around at the 5-minute mark. Okay, let me see. Let me get to the top. Let me see to the top. April, what's good? Yeezus. QD, what's good? Young girl Cheryl, what's good? Lawson Blair, what's good? Suez Canal, Madison Holly, V. Spencer, what's good? Durga DeBron, what's good? Caribbean Gal, what's good? Mims, what's good, boy? Thanks. You put Jim. I do. Thank you so much. What's good, Mims? I talked to Gabor today, and he's fired up about this episode. Make sure, and y'all, please hit the like button. Please hit the. Let me see. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. If you got some hypes, I don't want to beg you, but if you got some hypes, I'm hearing that you can only get 3 weeks. Hype me up. Because I feel like I'll be down here working hard. Well, I do be down here working hard, and I feel like I'll be doing my thing. And y'all know y'all like it. So let me know. Magdalene Lamar, thank you so much. What's good? Miss Powell, what's good? Writing Jazz, what's good? Slim the Barb, what's good? KSHP Pittman, what's good? D, what's good? What's good, y'all? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, listen, I regret to inform you. I regret to inform you that I was running behind and I was unable to get any pictures from the episode.
And I'm sorry, but don't think I'm not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, either we was going to get the pictures from the episode, or either we was going to have the pictures from the episode, or I was going to be down here 30 minutes late trying to get the pictures and edit them so I can have them up on the screen. You get what I'm saying? So listen, we got what we need. I got the episode down though. I got the episode down. Thank you for the super chat, Caribbean Gal. She say, it's me. If me and you not cool, my daughter won't be going over to your house. Sorry, not sorry. That's her child. Then not even 5 minutes later, we see her calling Porsha and her mother generational. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Thank you for the super chat, Caribbean Gal. You saw what I saw. Shamea is beyond delusional. What's good, S11? See, Pinky can break it down, but Pinky can't break it down like me. You know what I'm saying? She is delusional. But truth, but let's be clear, baby. With my vocals, I would never be singing behind a juice. Please. How you singing behind a background singer? Please. Girl, please. Ain't nobody worried about nobody, Drew. Okay? A lesson up on Drew. Okay? Again, we are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 14, and the name of the episode is called Highland Games and Explosive Claims. Okay? Now remember, it's been 2 weeks. Okay? Now remember, we are in Scotland. Okay? We're in Scotland. Porsha and Shamea, please. Porsha and Phaedra are hosting a cash trip in Scotland because they was both on Traders, right? Porsha lasted for 1 week. Phaedra lasted for a good minute, almost to the, I think she lasted for maybe 10 weeks, I believe 10 or 9 weeks. Porsha lasted for 1 week, and it's also Phaedra's birthday, okay? Phaedra was also on Watch What Happens Live. I got a couple of things that we're going to talk about on Watch What Happens Live. That's not really going to tie into it, but Eva was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and baby, Eva should have left the veneers alone. Eva should have left the veneers alone. I don't think that people realize what your mouth can do for you, right? Eva should have left the teeth alone, baby. Eva used to be, you know, from the neck up, like a 9.5, 10 damn near. You get what I'm saying? Eva from the neck up used to be a 10. Baby, now with them veneers, I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether she coming or going, baby. Eva, baby, take the teeth out your mouth, but they cut the teeth. I think that they said you got to shave the teeth down to put the veneers on that. Eva used to be A1 in the face card. But the face with the new teeth in her mouth, I don't know if they too big or I don't know what they did. But Dina say Phaedra looked good last night. Phaedra looked good last night, Dina? I'm not trying to be funny. Don't get mad at me. I'm just being real. I can only tell you how I feel. I saw plain Jane Phaedra from Athens last night. I saw Phaedra pre-Porsha. That's what I saw last night. Put a 2 in the chat if you saw Phaedra pre-Porsha last night. I saw Phaedra before she started being the youthful auntie around Porsha them. That's what I saw. I saw old school from Athens. I saw Apollo wife last night. Phaedra wig looks good. You know, I don't know. I'm not one of the gays that can tell you. I can tell you if a wig is busted or not, but I don't know. To me, it gave me down hole school mom. It gave me down whole school mom. But the plain Jane make the look right. Well, okay, I can understand that. It gave Phaedra look okay. I don't know. She gave me plain Jane from Athens. She looked like she's gonna tell me, girl, you better come over here and speak to me. Acting like you don't know me. Girl, you better come over here and speak to me. Y'all remember she did that to Nene? Acting like you don't know me. Okay? So we're in Scotland and they're having breakfast, okay? Phaedra said that she tried to look on Tasty Black the night before. Remember, that's the lesbian porn site that they say that they look at to watch their lesbian porn. And she said that you could no longer watch porn in the UK. And I think that's the same thing in Texas. You have to upload, the last I read, you have to upload a picture in Texas to prove that you are of age. And I hope y'all, if y'all got to do that in y'all state, I hope y'all not so horny that y'all over there doing that. Please tell me y'all not uploading y'all pictures, y'all ID on the internet to prove that y'all are over 18 so you can watch some porn. Please tell me y'all not doing that. Okay? Now, Porsha says that she screen record the porn that she watched and save it to her phone, and then she watch it later. And I just gotta say, I agree with a lot of things that Porsha says. I agree with a lot of things that Porsha says. Okay, now the thing is this, you know, and you know, this may be a little bit too personal, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes when you gotta rub one out, you know what I'm saying? You need, you gotta have a playlist, and you gotta have a clip that will take you there. You get what I'm saying? When you just gotta, you know, when you just gotta rub one out, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you have the playlist and stuff going on the Twitter, right? Sometimes the videos get deleted, the pages and stuff go away or whatever. And sometimes you gotta just record something that could take you there, that you can always, that one piece of film that can always take you there. And so I only did it one time, but it was only one clip. It's only one clip. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell y'all, if something happened to me, blow my phone up. Don't be going through that. Ain't no codes in my phone. Ain't nothing in my phone. Just blow it up. Okay? So they get through having breakfast, and it's time to do the Highland Games. Okay? Now, the Highland Games, they say it's like a some type of pre-Olympic thing, small Olympic thing that they got going on. So they got 3 games that they're going to play. They're going to do caber toss, hammer toss, and tug of war. Okay? Now, caber toss, after he explained it, I was still confused. I'm not going to lie. It's probably something that you have to physically do to understand. Well, I have to physically do to understand, almost like the triple jump, right? I don't know if y'all did track and field. When you describe the triple jump to somebody, it's not as simple as jumping 3 times, you know what I'm saying, and landing in a pit. It's something that you have to do, okay? They also did the hammer toss. Now, the hammer toss is essentially throwing a hammer in track and field, but it's a different instrument. This one looks more like a ball attached to like a hammer, like a wooden shaft. It's like a ball or a block attached to a wooden shaft. But the hammer in the Olympics is like a ball. It's like a shot put tied to a metal ball with a steel wire and a handle. And it's also a different process of throwing the hammer. Because with the hammer in track and field, you have to turn around and, you know what I'm saying, and throw it. This one, you just stand in the throw it and just throw the hammer, okay? Now, if you ask me, it looked like Drew won the hammer throw, in my opinion. Put a D in the chat if y'all thought that Drew won. I thought that Drew won the hammer throw, but the man said that Porsha did. If you ask me, I think that he could have been pointing at Drew and saying that Drew won, and Porsha just punked and said, "Bitch, I won," and get out of my way. You get what I'm saying? That's what I think happened. Let me know in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you thought Drew won. I mean, a D in the chat if you thought that Drew won, and put a P in the chat if you saw Porsha. I thought that Drew won, and I thought that Porsha punked and said, "Bitch, I won," and Drew said, "Okay." That's what I thought, because I think that the man was pointing at Drew, from what I saw. Okay. Then they did tug of war. K. Michelle set out so it could be even, okay? And then it was Pinky, Drew, Porsha, and Angela. They was all on the same team. And then Kelly, Phaedra, Shamea, and Cynthia was on the same team. Okay? Y'all, just stop. Stop.
Stop! It ain't no way you can win!
Ain't no way y'all gonna win, Kelly. Ain't no way you, Phaedra, Shamea, and Cynthia is going up a Big Pink. Y'all can't go up against Big Pink. Big Pink would have took y'all by herself. Big Pink would have took them by themselves. And the crazy part about it is Pinky was at the front of the line. Pinky was at the front of the line going against Kelly. They literally had Kelly on her back with her legs in the air. They literally had Kelly on her back with her legs in the air. Okay? Angela said she had been waiting to drag Kelly all trip, and she finally got the chance. Okay? Porsha said, "You know, we professionals at dragging bitches." We professionals at dragging bitches. Now, who is we? Who is we? You got Angela. We ain't never seen Angela do nothing. We got Porsha. We seen you do a little something. We ain't never really seen Porsha get down. You get what I'm saying? To me, we're not going to get into that. Drew, we know Drew ain't did nothing. Okay? And Pinky, I believe that Pinky can really do some damage. Okay? Now, Kelly said that she ended up on her back, but she didn't end up on her back with nobody's husband or nobody's boyfriend. Now, Kelly, you took first dibs. Kelly, you took first dig. When you say that you ended up on your back and you didn't end up with nobody husbands or nobody boyfriend, when they asked you about it at the reunion, you was talking about Porsha. Right? Right? If they asked you who you was talking about at the reunion, you was talking about Porsha. You was talking about Porsha. Or her mama. Listen. Over here we gonna tell the truth. You was talking about Porsha or her mama. But you was talking about somebody in their household. Okay? And I want to say this though, because we gotta give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Nobody Drew. Because Nobody Drew, she is usually sloppy when it's time to do anything athletic. I remember when they went to Jamaica and she was warming up. Remember she was warming up and she sprained her ankle? And they had to take her to the hospital? Right? And I'm not trying to be funny for a second. I thought that she had the same disease that Kelly kids had. She just always seemed so fragile. Anything that she did, when we met her, she had a boot on her foot. Then she went down there to Jamaica, was warming up and had a boot on her foot. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to give her, we talk a lot of shit over here, but we got to give it up. She is the most improved. Let's give it up. We got to give it up for Nobody Drew.
Come on, give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
Give it up. I'm fair. Y'all say I don't like Nobody Drew. I don't really got a problem with Nobody Drew. But, y'all think that Nobody Drew could do no wrong. Nobody Drew could do a lot of wrong. But, I do want to give it up to her. She is most improved. I believe that she won the hammer toss. And she also was on the winning team. So, she gets some points. Thank you for the super chat, Elizabeth. She said, I sat next to Eva Marcel in the tourist gift shop in Egypt a couple of years ago. She was so skinny, but gorgeous. I saw her last night, baby, and I wasn't sitting next to her, but I saw her on the TV, baby, and I didn't see gorgeous. Yeah, I seen. I'm trying to let my teeth out, baby. I don't know, baby. I don't know. That mouth section is, and she think that she a real actress, child. Anyway, I mean, I guess she on the TV show. I guess it's a real actress, but I ain't never watched the show. If I ain't listening, okay. Anyway. They go back into the house after they get through having a field day or whatever. And Phaedra got treats, okay? They got hot toddies and haggis, okay? Now, Phaedra said that this is a traditional Scotland treat that everybody loves. Haggis is intestines and the brain of a lamb, okay? Now, before Phaedra said what it was, I would have tried it if I was with them, right? If I was there with them, I would have tried it before Phaedra told me what it was. But after she said what it was, I don't think I would have been able to do it, baby. I don't think I would have been able to do it. Come on, good boy. At that time, her teeth was still in her mouth. I'm not saying that they was not in her mouth. I'm just saying, when you said that she was beautiful then, I'm agreeing. Her face used to be A1. I saw her last night, Elizabeth. I saw her last night, baby. And that was, I was a little scared, baby. It was giving Skeletor a little bit. With the cheekbones, and then you could barely close your mouth and you ain't got no skin. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Okay? But yeah, I don't think that I would have been able to do it. And I thought it was nice that they also had a vegan option for Pinky. Okay, now Porsha tried it, she gagged, and then Angela said that she was surprised that Porsha had a gag reflex. Okay, let me say this about Angela. It's almost like Angela can't win with the people, right? Because if she shades Shamea or Kelly, all of a sudden she's Porsha's lapdog. And when she shades Porsha, she all of a sudden scary. Now, what I see from Angela, I see Angela shading everybody in her confessionals. Everybody shade people in their confessionals, right? And so it's things like when she shades Kelly them, she's a lapdog. But when she, you know what I'm saying? It's like she can't win. Right? And it's so funny because it seemed like the girls can't even shade each other anymore because people always got something to say or people always whining about something. But we'll get back into that one later. Thank you for the super chat, Miss Stat Weaver 3147. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Angela has no right. Equal opportunity, baby. Gorgeous. That's what confessional is for. Exactly. Angela is a negative Nelly. Is she? Okay. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So then they have lunch, okay? Now, Porsha asked Kelly how she felt. Now, the day before, Porsha, Phaedra, Cynthia, Drew, Kelly, they were all able to come into Phaedra's room and they was rallying around Kelly. They just found out that Kelly, ex-husband, was going to do that $200 million lawsuit against Bravo, and they was rallying around her, okay? Kelly said that she felt good. She hoped and prayed that what transpired the night before will continue to move forward with the group. Now, the whole time, I was looking at Shamea, and Shamea was sitting up there upset. Shamea pissed on her puppy pad. She was upset. She was mad. She was angry because she wasn't invited to Phaedra's room. Now, I don't know if she was in. My thing is, you don't mess with the girl, so I don't know why you didn't come into the room. But Kelly came down there to the room for some reason, and she wasn't there, and she looked upset. And I feel like that she felt the way that she saw Kelly, and she pissed on her puppy pad. Because she felt like her friendship with Kelly was slipping away, and she felt like that Kelly was invited into the group, and she wasn't, and she was upset.
Oh, one leg hole, you lapdog bitch.
You lapdog bitch. She was upset. She was upset. Mad. Put a 5 in the chat if you saw it. Because Big Pink wasn't there. She didn't feel no way. K. Michelle wasn't there. They didn't feel no way. But Shamea pissed on the puppy pad. She pissed on the puppy pad. Bad doggy.
Oh, one leg hole, you lapdog bitch.
You lapdog bitch. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Y'all saw what I saw. Okay, follow me, camera. Okay? And I knew that she was going to do something to sabotage the trip. I knew that she was going to do something to sabotage the trip. Remember, she did the same thing in Dallas, baby. She did the same thing in Dallas. She did something to try to sabotage the trip, okay? And what she wanted to do is she wanted to make claims to Kelly to put Kelly back on her side. Because she felt like Kelly going over there with them. See, it is a team, right? And she felt like Kelly was more over there with them. And so she said, oh, I got to get Kelly back on my side. Okay? Now, she made a comment in her confessional about Porsha being able to forgive Kelly, but not her. And I honestly forgot what Porsha and Shamea was beefing about. Because and we got to be honest, baby, I haven't seen Porsha really address Shamea, none this season, in the confessional or anything like that. Porsha just wasn't fucking with her. Porsha just wasn't fucking with her. I don't remember Shamea even apologizing or asking for forgiveness. I don't. So I honestly forgot, you know what I'm saying? Porsha was doing such a good job of paying her dust. I don't know what happened. Okay? So then they get through with lunch, baby. And what is Shamea doing? Crying.
Oh.
Not again. She over there crying. She done FaceTime Johnny Taylor. Over there crying to Johnny Taylor. Told Johnny Taylor she feel attacked. She said that Angela implied that she slept with George. And I like Angela, and I'm not taking up for her. But the way that George talks, I showed y'all the video. I can deduce why she thought that Shamea slept with George by the way that George talks. But where Angela loses me is that wife said that Angela called her asking her for dirt on Shamea. Okay? Now, on Watch What Happens Live last night, an audience member asked Phaedra how come when she and Porsha was in Angela's room and she called that girl, and that girl said that she, when she tapped Porsha and Porsha tapped her back, how come they didn't call Angela out and saying that girl said that you called her? You know what I'm saying? The girl said that you called her and asked her for dirt or said in front of the group. And Phaedra tried to deflect. Well, she didn't try to deflect. She actually deflected, right? Saying that she didn't hear Angela say she slept with George, baby. You right, girl. And the girl, and Andy, I wouldn't listen. If you gonna give me the microphone to ask me a question, give me the microphone. Girl, you didn't hear Angela say that she slept with that girl, slept with the man, but you heard that girl say that Angela was calling her for dirt on Shamea. Why didn't you tell Angela that you heard that and tell Angela about that? And why didn't you bring it to the group? Phaedra got a way of easing, you know what I'm saying? She thinks she could ease her way. No. Why didn't you bring it to the group? That should have been brought to the group. The girl said that you called her. I'm just being fair. We got to be fair. We got to bring that to the group. The girl said that you heard that. That's why you tapped her. That's what the girl should have said. No, girl. When you tapped her, you heard the woman say that the girl came her, and okay, you heard what she said. Okay? So while everybody had broke from lunch, Pinky and K Michelle is standing in the kitchen, and K Michelle saying that she hungry. K Michelle didn't. I'm not trying to be funny. Did they not make K Michelle a plate, or did she eating something special? Because Pinky, the vegan, I would have thought that Pinky was waiting for the food. K Michelle was waiting for the food. Okay, so Pinky ended up asking K Michelle about the Shamea stuff. She said, "I feel the energy is different and the vibes aren't good." And K Michelle said, "I don't feel the same. I watched a lot of change ups in this group, and how you got an attitude with me and you standoffish with me, right?" And she said that she was in a car with Shamea after dinner that night before, and she said that Shamea looked at her in the car and said that she don't got nobody in this group but Kelly. And K Michelle said that she thinks it's unfair because she hasn't done anything but have her back. Okay? And so Pinky said, "I see her fighting with everybody." And what Bravo do, baby? They rolled that beautiful bean footage.
Run that beautiful
Run that
footage.
thing.
Run that beautiful bean footage, baby. And Shamea is fighting with everybody. And some of the shit that Shamea was fighting for, they didn't even show. Shamea was fighting with everybody. And some of the fights that Shamea done had with these people on this show, baby, they didn't even show. They didn't even show. Okay? They said that they feel like that Shamea is feeling like everybody is the enemy. Okay? And this is the thing, because anytime you say something about Shamea, anytime anybody on the show say anything about Shamea, all of a sudden they be in Porsha's lapdog. So I guess that now K Michelle and Pinky are Porsha's lapdog now, right? Because they supposed to all be in the same group. They supposed to all be in the same crew. And now they're calling out Shamea on her actions. Are they gonna be lapdogs too? Because they calling her out. Okay? It seems like the girls can't even argue with Shamea or call her out on anything without them being labeled like lapdogs for Porsha. Shamea started with Drew. Shamea started with Angela this season. She started with Angela on the trip. She started with Angela. She started with Cynthia on the trip. Okay? She started with K Michelle. She lied on Phaedra. So she started with Phaedra. Everybody. But let's not say anything to Shamea, because if you say anything about Shamea, then you're fighting Porsha's battles. You're fighting Porsha's battles. Okay? Then K Michelle went on to say, baby, then K Michelle went on to say, "I have watched this girl turn into a monster."
Wow.
She was, yes.
Oh,
She
wow.
said that, right?
Yes, she did.
Wow. Wow. A monster, K Michelle? A monster is nasty word. That's some nasty word. A monster? I wouldn't have called her no monster. I wouldn't have called her no monster. I don't think I would have used that word. Baby, that was nasty. And see, I told y'all about K Michelle. And see, this is what I love about coming down here, because I feel like as the season goes on, I'm vindicated. Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Right? I don't have no set of rules for one people. My rules, and when I say something, it go for everybody across the board. And I've been telling y'all about K Michelle. This is an example of K Michelle doing the most. Just like she was doing the most with Porsha. But because it was Porsha, it was okay. And K Michelle has the right to feel the way that she feels. But I guess, let me guess, when it's with Shamea, it's not right. Right? When it's Shamea, it's not right. When she saying the stuff about Shamea. But when she was saying it about Porsha, well, K Michelle is entitled to her feelings, and if she felt that way, she this and she that. No, baby. K Michelle is doing the most. To call this girl a monster all of a sudden, because you said it in the car with her and she said that all she got is Kelly, it's nasty. You too sensitive, baby. I wouldn't fuck with her. Thank you for the super chat, Toys Canal. She say, in the spirit of vindication. Thank you. Kay was doing the most with Drew too. Yes, she was. But you know, it's the people got biases, baby, and we're gonna have to be able to call it straight. Okay? Now, I'm gonna tell you what I think is going on with Shamea. I think that Shamea is going through a lot at home. Money can buy a lot of things, but it cannot buy you health. It cannot buy you health, and I could be wrong, but I think that Shamea is having parental grief. Okay? I think that Shiloh is at an age where she should be hitting certain milestones, and she's not. And now it's setting in that Shiloh may be her forever baby. And she even said this with her mama. She even said it with her mama. And I seen it with my sister. My sister was off the chain. Once that 2 and 3 year olds started sitting in and they still not sitting up, they can't hold their head up, you got to carry them everywhere, they still wearing diapers, you see other people, babies and stuff, hitting their milestones, they grabbing balls and running around and potty train, I want a potty, you get what I'm saying, they get to talking and stuff and your baby just sitting there looking at the, you know what I'm saying, looking at the lights, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You start to feel bad. My sister, when she was going through it, she was off the chain. It was so bad. I remember several people coming around saying she got a death wish on her. Your sister got a death wish on her. You better get her for something happened to her. She mad at the world. I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you what it is. I really think that Shamea needs to see a therapist because it is hard. It is hard. And can't nobody tell you how to feel, baby. That's your child. And she's probably, the thing is, if a person, we are used to everybody wanting to be able to, like, we're used to people, everybody always being nice about stuff. Because we got Shamea over here saying, okay, she's my forever baby, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I'm pissed off. No, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Ain't nobody, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying this. Ain't nobody going around saying, oh, I want to have me a baby with Down syndrome. And that. Nobody's saying that. And so if it happens to you, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to cry sometimes. You get what I'm saying? And so I feel like that she's trying to bottle it in. I really do think that she needs therapy. And one thing Nene said that I don't think that people give her credit for is that it is hard being a caregiver. It is hard being a caregiver. That can be hard work. And I think that Shamea is really going through it and she's mad at the world. I really do. And my heart goes out to her. It really do. Thank you for the super chat, Elizabeth. She said, wait. And then Pinky responded that there was a dark cloud around Shamea. Girl, I almost said something, but because y'all gonna swear I'm a colorist, even though me and Shamea the same colors, y'all. Okay. So then, baby, everybody getting dressed to go out later on. Okay. Baby, then we got Pinky. Baby Big Pink. Baby Big Pink is downstairs. I want the girls to have fun. I want the girls to get up and have fun, baby. We got Shamea crying now. We got Pinky crying.
Oh.
Now we got Pinky crying, child. Baby Pinky downstairs crying. She said because $20,000 came out of her account in 24 hours. Pinky, I would feel bad for you, mama. I would feel bad for you. My papa, I don't know what you identify. Okay, Pinky, I would feel bad for you, baby. I do feel bad for you. I fuck with you, Pinky. I do feel bad with you. For you. But Pinky, I know you ain't crying about $20,000 coming out of your account when you said that you could wipe your ass with $89,000. I know you ain't crying about $20,000 coming out your account. Miss, I can wipe my ass with $89,000. Miss, my husband is paid. Miss, my husband is paid. And so Angela said, Pinky ties her money to her identity, and she does. And the thing is, this scene aired on Twitter or premiered on Twitter last week. The week that the last episode aired, it aired, and a lot of people was upset about that, right? But that is the truth. Pinky does tie her identity to her money, right? She said that's how she even attracted Derek, right? I told y'all, girls like Pinky lead with money. Girls like Candy lead with money. They're not the prettiest girl. I don't think that they ugly, but I'm just saying they know that they not the Tika Sumters of the world. They not the Porshas or the Giselles of the world, right? The Sally Richardsons of the world, right? And so she does tie herself to her money. And that she said that's how she attracted Derek, right? She was a boss bitch. She was a bad bitch.
Bad bitch that doesn't pay her bills.
That bitch that doesn't pay her bills. That's her. And Angela got a new confessional. Angela, you look good in your new confessional. You look fab in your new confessional. You know I'm a sucker for an updo. She look good in the new confessional, okay? And so Pinky ended up crying to Angela, talking about, Angela, girl, I spent so much money. Girl, ain't no way.
No way. No way.
Ain't no way. No way. There is no way, baby. Listen, I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. Me and Angela could have got into it, and I could have let it go. I could have let it go. But baby, something in me would have never let me. When that girl told me I could throw a rock and hit 10 people that you owe, $1 million bills and all of that shit that she was over there talking about, ain't no way I would have cried to Angela. Are y'all serious? Are y'all serious? I could have forgave her. We could have moved on. You think I would have been crying in this bitch's arms? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Who? Baby, thank you, Suez Canal. Never. Never. Girl, once Angela came into that room, baby, would have been chest up, chest out, tears up, girl, about face. Ain't no way. I couldn't. There's no way. There's no way. Okay? She was over there crying. I sacrificed a lot for my business. I almost lost my marriage. I wasn't able to be intimate with my husband. I was so tired or had the energy for my kids. Not miss my husband is paid. Pinky. Not miss my husband is paid. I can't imagine you crying about 20 funky thousand ass dollars. Miss, I can wipe my ass with $89,000. Or better yet, when my man offered me $5 million. Where you at, Gene? Where you at, Gene? Not you over here crying over $20,000 when your husband offered you $5 million. When your husband offered you $5 million, baby, if the man can give you $5 million, $20,000 is nothing, baby. $20,000 is nothing when you got $5 million. My husband is paid. Who y'all think y'all talking to? He got money, good boy. He got money. He rich. Where is the money? Where is the money? Okay? And so Pinky said, shit, this is how I knew she was down bad. The girl said, shit, I'm about to go be an ambassador for Go Naked Hair. Girl, you going from bad to worse. You went from bad to worse. I can tell you they ain't selling no hair over there. I don't give a damn what Porsha said, baby. Porsha said that she don't sleep with married men. Porsha is also the woman who told us she don't sleep with married men. I don't give a damn what y'all telling me. I know goddamn well it ain't a black woman in America sitting around here waiting for some Porsha to go and skin somebody's head in Malaysia for some hair when they could go to the beauty supply and get it on the same day. I don't believe it. Thank you for the super chat, Houston Foodie 713. She said he probably spending it like Dr. Eugene. Who? Who's spending it? Derek? But I thought that he was paid, though. $20,000 to a nigga that got $5 million ain't nothing. And he didn't just have $5 million. He had $5 million to give her. Baby, y'all can't tell me no anything. Jamil say, Shamea say, you're black with a Q? Yeah, I'm black with a Q. Or love me here. Now, me ain't nobody waiting for no Porsha. Talking about she over there with Ford. For y'all. Okay, so they get on the bus. They going downtown. Cynthia will meet them now. Cynthia had to go to a pharmacy. Cynthia, what we got at the pharmacy, baby? Cynthia, baby, we on a reality TV show. What is Cynthia going to the pharmacy for? What is Cynthia going to the pharmacy for? We want to know. Some Benadryl? I don't know, but we just want to know, okay? So Kelly got on a plaid outfit with a McDowell's hat. Okay? And Angela said, this is really coming to America. So we got the Princess Zamunda over there with Shamea and her husband. Okay? Then we got Kelly around here working at the McDonald's. She ain't Lisa. Did Lisa work at McDonald's? Lisa wasn't working at the freaky sister worked at McDonald's, I believe. Okay? Now, she said that she got that hat from her man. They said, girl, where you get that McDowell's hat from? She said, I got this hat from my man, girl, my man. And Porsha said, how you meet this man? How you meet this man? And she said, Shamea set us up. Shamea set us up. I met him at a Hawks game. And Phaedra said, this is why you don't tell no bitch your business. Phaedra said, he bought her some teeth. I don't like no shit like that. Like, let me tell these, you get what I'm saying? Like, just because I told you something, let me share it with the group. I don't like no bitch like that. You get what I'm saying? Just because I told you something don't mean that you share. You still let me share my shit with the group. He bought her some tea. That's an old hating ass bitch. You get what I'm saying? So she said, yes, he paid for my $70,000 smile, baby. And when I tell you that Phaedra ate Kelly up in the confessional, Phaedra said, baby, the girls got their priorities. The girls need to get their priorities together. Okay? Because if a man comes to me offering me tea when I actually need money to pay my bills, I'm going to say, just give me some Crest whitening strips and give me the $69,972 to pay my bills.
Look how she ate that.
Look how she ate that. Look how she ate that. Girl, how are you over here living off of Shamea and a man just bought you a $70,000 smile? How? Your priorities are messed up, baby. Your priorities are messed up. They wrong. Okay? And so she was, in fact, I wish you would have said it to her on the bus. You should have held her hand and told her that. Here, let me tell you something, baby. Don't you over here living off of Shamea, child. You over here living off Shamea, baby. No. Okay? She said that her ex-husband drained her of her bad bitch minerals, and Jarvis came in with an IV and pumped her back up. Bad bitch minerals? Bad bitch minerals?
That bitch that doesn't pay her bills.
That bitch that doesn't pay her bills. A bad bitch that doesn't pay her bills. Okay? And my whole thing is with Kelly, girl, is bad bitch. He bought you a $70,000 small, girl, but you still sat in your confessional in a white tee. You still sat in your confessional in a white tee. And I'm not even trying to be, and I'm not body shaming. I don't think. But to wear a white tee in the confessional, your body got to be on point to put out. Your body got to be on point to pull off a white tee in the confessional. The body has got to be the outfit. The body got to be the outfit, baby. The way them titties was sitting in your motherfucking lap and that motherfucking. Well, I'm just saying. $700 white tee. Use a lie, baby. I know a white tee from the Mobile when I see one. I know a white tee from Shell when I see one. I know a white tee from Exxon when I see one. Child, please. That white tee was $7.50. Shit. Let's be real. For a whole $10, she could have got a whole white hat to go with it with nothing on the hat. It would have just been a plain white hat for $10. Let's stop. Okay, right? This ain't no Zendaya. Who you think you is? Well, everybody can't do everything. Everybody can't do everything. Okay? So then they get to talking about the pelvic floor. Okay? I don't got no vagina, so I don't know. Okay? But they ended up talking about how the pelvic floor, they said that the pelvic floor falls down and you got to have sex to knock it back up. The pelvic floor fall down and you got to have sex to put it back in place.
You a motherfucking liar. You knew that?
You knew that? I didn't know that. And nobody Drew said that she got to go to the physical therapist and they have to finger her for 5 minutes to put it back up. Baby, teach y'all kids. This is what I'm saying. We got to teach the kids. Learn shit from y'all mamas. And some of them, my mama ain't never taught me about the birds and the bees, right? Y'all got to start telling stuff to y'all kids because I Googled this. And from what I Googled and the results I pulled up, they said this ain't true. They said this ain't true. This ain't true. And baby, I can't wait for the Married to Medicine girls to get back and tell us that this ain't true. Matter of fact, we should have had a Married to Medicine girl, Andy. That's what I'm saying. When Andy got them kids, Andy forgot what he was doing. With Phaedra last night on Watch What Happens, why the fuck we got Skeletor Eva on the show? We could have had Dr. Jackie or Dr. Simone telling us about a pelvic floor. You got to have somebody to, you know what I'm saying, to beat it up, beat the pussy up, to put the pelvic floor back where it is. John, please. Okay? So then, Pinky asks, do y'all do Kegels? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying though, when you find out a bit, I'm just saying, can we have real talk? Finding out that Pinky could give head for 4 hours, I feel kind of funny about her asking the girls, can they do Kegels? You know what I'm saying? I just feel funny about her asking, baby, do y'all do Kegels? Because, you know, she want to take a bite out of Hello Kitty. That's what she give me, okay? Anyway, Porsha said, yeah, I do. And so Porsha went in her confessional and she said that Angela is the hottest bitch in Atlanta. And I'm the tightest bitch in Atlanta. And I said, tightest bitch? She said she's the tightest bitch in Atlanta. And she meant the tightest pussy. I said,
Let me tell you something. Bitch, please.
Bitch, please. Who the tightest bitch in Atlanta? Who the tightest bitch in Atlanta? Girl.
Bitch, you better be joking.
You better be joking. Porsha the tightest bitch in Atlanta? Girl, please. Girl, please. I'm not buying it. You know what? I don't even want to talk about no loose puss. Let me be quiet because y'all gonna be like, the Porsha fans gonna be like, oh, good boy, no. You know, girl, ain't no way though, y'all telling me that. Ain't no way. But she ended up leading them on the exercise and they ended up getting through the exercise. Thank you for the super chat, Dean of the Explorer. She said, too much information. I've been to pelvic floor therapy for pain and tightness. They do use their finger. People's bladders weaken and it can drop. Oh, wow. They do use their finger. People's bladder weaken and it can drop. Okay. Tight muscles, that is. Now, no 5 minutes. Okay. The finger part is right, but Phaedra was lying about pushing it up. Okay. Okay. Men go to pelvic floor therapy too. Oh, wow. She's right. Okay. Physical trainer. When she said it, I knew you was going to say something. Well, what? You know I was going to come down here and say something. Porsha set herself up for that. It's because they said that she done, you know, her and Candy and Shamea, they done been all through it in Atlanta, baby. Thank you, Dina. People swear if they haven't experienced something, it doesn't happen. See, Miss Cheeks, I don't know what you mean with the all caps, baby. I'm not saying, I didn't say that I experienced it. I just said that I read about it. I don't have a vagina, baby, so I can't say it. But I don't know why you screaming at me. Why are you screaming at me, dog? I said I didn't have a vagina. I didn't know, so of course I couldn't experience it. I don't have a vagina, but I Googled it, and it said no. So calm down, baby. I didn't yell at you. Calm down. I'm just saying, though. Okay, I'm just, okay. But it's okay, though. Andrew? Oh, okay, not you, the ladies. Okay, caps out of the central. Okay. Woo! Woo! Oh, thank you, Jesus. Okay. So they ended up going to Knoch Anderson, okay? Now, this is the store that dresses the royal family. And it is a 6th generational store owner. He seemed really, really nice, and he seemed to know what was going on, okay? Now, he said one particular plaid will link you to to a particular area or family. Okay, now I didn't know that. Okay, now he said it takes 12 to 16 hours to make one kilt. Bitch, who? Maybe for the royal family. Who? 12 to 16 hours? And they still stitching them by hand. Who? The evolution is happening, baby. You get what I'm saying? There's no way that we will be over here for 16 hours. No, for nobody. For nobody, okay? And so they said that men will wear kilts and women wear sashes. And so Porsha tells the women to choose a sash and she will cover the bill. Now, I want to know, before they walked up out their store, how much did the sash cost? And see, this is what I'm saying. Ever since Garcelle came over out of Beverly Hills, they stopped showing us price tags. If a bitch is over here balling and saying I'm paying for everything, I want to know how much everything costs. I want to know how much every motherfucking sash costs, and I want to know how much she cashed out. If we going to be balling, because, you know, they were so happy to say, we going to pay for everything. We got it. We got it. You get what I'm saying? Put a 1 in the chat if you know what I'm saying? Put a 1 in the chat if you missed the price tags. I want to know how much she spent if she covered the bill. Right? Put a 1 in the chat. I'm nosy. Thank you for the super chat, Gina the Explorer. She said people go for different reasons. Too loose, too tight, nerve damage, etc. It's not sexual like Drew made it. If you have a pelvic exam, you're halfway there. Okay. What about a pap smear? Lord, you just like Angela can't keep Garcelle name out your mouth. I'm not, but but when I'm saying about Garcelle, we talking about price tags. I'm talking about something real, baby. She spent maybe $1,500. Kelly wanted extra. Mm-hmm. You see begging ass Kelly. Oh, you know we about to get over that to her. Thank you, Rose. Well, see, we want to know how much they spent. Don't act like you balling. Don't act like you balling if we can't see how much you spend. $3K at the most. I want to see her pick up the bill for $48,000. I want to see her pick up the bill for $48,000. I want to see something like that. Okay? So GoFundMe Kelly. GoFundMe Kelly. Gonna go and ask Porsha, what else can I put on my tab? Kelly,
Take your ass down to the welfare.
take your ass down to the welfare. Take your ass down to the welfare. You always want something else. What's the tab? What else can I put on here? I told you you know what I told her? I said, you know what? You ain't get nothing. You ain't get nothing because that's how people do. I told you to go in here and get a sash. You coming in here trying to get a whole nother motherfucking outfit. You trying to take home something to Jarvis. You trying to take something home to them kids that they going to put around their shoulder and going to break their motherfucking shoulders. I'm saying, let me be quiet. I'm just saying. You trying to go in home and get something for everybody. No. Yeah. But I put that sash around them kids and their shoulders been caved in. Girl, you know, that's what they already said about what happened at Porsha Mama Daycare. Okay? So they ended up going out to eat. Cynthia said, girl, what type of food is about to be? Porsha said, she said, girl, what type of food is we at this restaurant that we about to go eat at? And Phaedra said, expensive. Baby, but I tell you that Phaedra is funny. I like Phaedra. She don't be doing nothing for work, but she funny. Okay? So then they go out to eat. And Porsha just balling. Baby. Porsha say, listen, they order drinks. The woman say, what type of drinks y'all want? She say, girl, give us one of everything. We balling in this bitch. I just bought them some sashes. Girl, we balling. Everything is on sway. They paying for everything. I got me a real stud. She paying for everything. Okay? Now, did y'all hear Kelly? Porsha said again, I'm paying for everything. I'll pick up the bill. Kelly gonna ask Porsha, you looking for another girlfriend?
In some ways.
Wow. And see, this is the thing for me. You can call it toxic. I don't know what you want to call it. You can say whatever you gotta say. But if Porsha told me that I tried to taste her platinum pussy, or I wanted to see her platinum pussy, I wouldn't play with her with anything like that. Put a 9 in the chat if you feel me. Put a 9 in the chat if you feel me. Porsha already accused you a couple of episodes ago of wanting to taste and play with the platinum puss. And you wanted to scissor her and shit. And now she around here spending money. And now all of a sudden you sitting up here, you want another girlfriend? I wouldn't even be playing with her like that. Are you serious? She lying, she didn't tell that girl that. But now the truth comes out. And my thing is, I wouldn't even play with her like that. I wouldn't even play with her like that after accusing me of something like that. Because you got daughters that watch this show. You got daughters that watch this show. And the truth of the matter is, because she had been saying it in a joking way when she said it the first time. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you didn't say it to her. Right? That doesn't mean that you didn't. People try to say stuff in a joking way all the time, but they really trying to shoot their shot. Y'all too green. Listen, y'all gotta stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. Thank you for the super chat, Swiss. She said we gotta break the dinner scene down slow because we have some revisionist historians. Oh, baby, we're gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down. Okay. So Drew said that she coming out with a new song with Ray J. Okay. Kay said delusion and delusion make hits. The way that they acted when Drew said that she was coming out with a new song with Ray J, you could have sworn it was 2004. And he did, I did One Wish. Like, the fact that Drew is doing a song with Ray J lets me know what type of artist she is. But I will say this, K Michelle, K Michelle be talking like she's Beyonce, baby. K Michelle be talking like she's Beyonce. Okay? And so Pinky said, girl, I told Drew, girl, if you need a background singer, call me. And she started singing, you must be delusional. Right, Top Shelf. People joke all the time, but be serious as hell. Right. You looking for a girlfriend? Because I'm already over here living off Shamea for free. I could get you to at least pay the light bill. I can get you to pay the light bill. Or make me an ambassador for Go Nick Jail. If you know it. Okay? And so Drew ended up talking to Porsha. She said that she was talking to Dennis, and Dennis was pouring his heart out and said that Porsha don't want him and that she moved on. I really don't like when people do stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Don't come running this shit back to me in front of the whole group about what this man has said to me, because I think that Drew looked like saying it like she's doing something good, but look at what it eased its way into, right? And so Porsha said, listen, when I was with Mike, it was one thing, but when Sway came into the situation, he got into his feelings. And so she said she wouldn't bring anyone around her child unless they was good to her. She's not about to play about Pilar. And so here come Messy Mia. Okay? So Shamea said that Dennis talked to Gerald. And Gerald said that Dennis told him that Porsha was uncomfortable with Pilar coming around them. And Shamea said it was hurtful because I would never do anything to hurt your child. Okay? So Porsha said, listen, if somebody doesn't like me or have ill will towards me, I'm not going to let my daughter go to their house. And so Shamea said, well, respectfully, you're the mother of Pilar. It should have ended right there. But I guess, or would have hoped that we wouldn't let our friendship or lack thereof affect what our kids have. Do I think that Shamea will hurt Pilar? I do.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
I believe that she would have hurt Pilar. I do. I believe that she would have hurt Pilar. I think that Shamea is nasty, and so is her mama. And I think they would have been around there pinching on Pilar. I do. We saw Shamea and her mama and her aunties praying on Porsha and Diane last season when she did her apology video on YouTube. Put a 7 in the chat if you remember. YDKL, why are you laughing? I'm dead serious. I believe that they would, baby. I believe that they would put, girl. I do believe so. pinching. Yes, they would be over there pinching. And then they got Shiloh over there. They got Shiloh over there. And what's the name of the song by Whitney Houston? What's the name of the song by Whitney Houston? I didn't know my own strength. Girl, please. Girl, please. Okay? So they was over there praying. I don't see no sevens in the chat. Where are the sevens? Rosalind talking about stop. Girl, I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Girl, y'all get the plan with y'all kids. I love mine. I love mine. Mine not going over there. Put a 7 in the chat if you watch the people praying on Porsha and Diane last season. Okay? That's number one. I'm gonna give you, let me run it to you. So we got her over there. They was praying on the girl downfall. Shiloh didn't know her own strength. Okay? Then we seen her get real nasty with Angela's daughter. Okay? You much sweeter than your mama. Could you imagine Shamea saying that to a child who don't really know what's going on and not able to articulate what she meant by that? Shamea is out of line. Shamea is out of line. Could you imagine Shamea saying that over there to Pilar and Pilar don't know what's going on? Girl, what you mean you don't think she will hurt Pilar? She's girl, come on, y'all. Now let's be real. We done seen, okay, that's 3. I'm giving you exactly whispering shit in her ear and stuff. Y'all don't know how people can be. Me and one of my real good homegirls got into it because her baby, she was messing with this nigga. He had a little baby. She told me she pinched the baby. I said, bitch, you did what? You did what? I said, his baby mama ought to stomp you in your pussy. Talking about she pinched the baby. That baby ain't got nothing to do with that. What y'all got going on. Y'all don't know how serious people can be. Shamea showed her nasty slip when she went over there talking to Angela's daughter. And she would have did it to a child. She was out of line. You don't do that to nobody's child. And even though Angela's daughter ain't no child, that's her daughter. You don't do that to nobody's child. So she did that, right? Then we can't forget the freshman dropout starter kit that she got, Kelly's daughter. What did she get us? Some condoms, some Hennessy, some cigarillos, and a pregnancy test? You get that for Shiloh and you get that for Shea. But you're not going to come over here. Shamea is out of line. And see, y'all going to sit up here and play with it. Baby, listen, Shamea, I don't want my daughters around over there at Shamea them house. I don't want my daughters over there at Shamea's house. Period. She didn't go over there to talk to Angela's daughter. But right, and she's not gonna go over there and talk to Pilar. Pilar gonna come over there and come to her house, and she gonna tell her, you can come over here. You ain't nasty like your mama. You ain't nasty like your mama. See, what is a cigarillo? That's rolling paper. That's rolling paper. The freshman drop out of college starter kit that she got her. It was supposed to be a gift basket for a freshman. She went over there and she bought her some cigarillos. She had her some Hennessy in there. She had a Plan B and a pregnancy test. And condoms. Now put a 3 in the chat if you would still let your daughter go over around there with Shamea after the shit that I just told y'all. Put a 3 in the chat. Put a 3 in the chat. And make sure y'all see these people with the 3s in the chat because we're going to call CPS on them. We're going to call CPS on them. Now, good boy, what? Well, it wouldn't be a live 3. I'm calling CPS Moon right. Look at Erica Whitney. See, Gigi, look at y'all. Oh, Dina say, ho, she a hoe. I know she is. Y'all, baby, y'all, listen. Y'all love playing with fire. Y'all gonna have some. Look at the JC Dugards in the chat. Please. Girl, y'all gonna be over there. Y'all sending y'all kids over there, but Shamea, they gonna end up like Sean Fuller. I'm telling you the truth, baby. I'm telling you the truth. Grown people get, girl, please. Girl, I can't believe y'all. I can't believe y'all. Okay? And so, Porsha said the only person that will speak to me the way we spoke to each other and my child be around is my sister. And so, Shamea said, but you also mentioned at your house that we was like sisters. Like sisters and actual sisters are 2 different things, though. right? It'll be different if Shamea is saying that Shayla and Shia and PJ are actual friends, and Shia is asking for PJ to come over. But it seems like that they only know each other because their mamas was friends and around each other, right? They not really friends and stuff like that. And so it gives me that Shamea is looking for a moment, right? And in all honesty, Porsha did say that this season, though. She did say that the relationship between her and Shamea is like family, like sisters, like Lauren to Kelly at the beginning of the season. But Porsha said that last year there was things that was said that changed for her. But Porsha, you did say that this season, though. You said when you was talking to Kelly, you said that our relationship is like sisters. But then you said that last year something changed. So why did you say that? But you said like sisters, not real sisters, though. So I'll give you that, okay? But she said the last things changed for her. Shamea was talking behind her back, and Shamea came for her job. Shamea came for her job. Shamea was seen on camera. She told Porsha on camera, and Bravo wrote the beautiful pink footage. She said that she told Porsha that she wished they could be like the way that they were off camera, on camera. And Porsha said to her, Bravo don't pay her enough money for that. Bravo don't pay me enough money for that. She said that on camera. That's coming for her job. That's coming for her job. What Diane say? Watch the dog bringing you the bone. You gotta watch the dog bringing you the bone.
Message.
Because they done ate all the meat off the motherfucker. Watch the dog bringing you the bone. That was from last season? Yeah. That was from last, yeah, she was trying to take a job. How was that coming for her job? She said in front of the Bravo cameras, in front of the job, she said at the workplace that I asked you to be like that. I asked you to have our friendship on camera, and you said they're going to have to pay me some more money for that. You said that in front of the job. You said that in HR. You went and said that in HR. Am I tripping? You said that in HR. It is because they let us know that Porsha was acting. Porsha's not giving us reality TV. You coming for my job now. You coming for my job now. Watch the dog that's bringing you the bone. You got to watch the dog that's bringing you the bone. Give me 1 second. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me.
You placed a further.
Good boy, you reach with that one? Okay, I'll be reaching, baby. I don't think I'm reaching, baby. I think that y'all just don't. I think that sometimes y'all be green and y'all don't really know what's going on. I think that sometimes y'all be right. It implies Porsha's artificial. I think that sometimes y'all don't be knowing what be going on, and y'all don't know when a motherfucker is playing in y'all face. Y'all don't know when people is playing in y'all face. Shamea was giving, I'm the good friend, I'm the good boss, I'm here ready to work, and Porsha don't want to really put in work, but I'm over here trying to do good work, and she don't want to put in good work. Y'all hired the wrong person. I'm here to work. I'm here to show my real reality, and she's not trying to show reality. That's what it gave me. That's what it gave me. I'm the good one, boss. I'm the good one, master. I'm the good one, master. That's what it gave me. I'm here ready to work, and she's not ready to work. That's coming for her job. That's coming for her job, baby. Let's be real. Okay? So, I think that Shamea is mad that she's not friends with Porsha, and she wants to be back in her good graces. And she wants to be forgiven, but I don't remember her apologize, okay? So she ended up telling Porsha, girl, you told a lot of lies last year. Even telling Andy that I didn't always want to be part of the show. Even telling Andy that you always wanted me to be a part of the show as a wife. And Bravo wrote that beautiful being footage. And Andy said, yeah. And she told Porsha, when we sat down, you said you sing, you act, and you dance. I'll bring you on as my friend of the show, but it might mess up our friendship if you become a full-time housewife. And I've always held on to that. Do I believe that Porsha said that? I do believe that Porsha said that. And I understand why she said that, right? And I've said this before. The people who don't like Porsha, they just not gonna understand it. We've seen when people come on the show, when they get married, when they in marriages already, they end up in divorces. You get what I'm saying? When you are on the show, look at the heat that Shamea is in now with Drew. When you are on the show with a sister or a best friend like that, whatever beef they get in, you're going to be expected to be in the beef with them. You can't really navigate the group on your own because you have a built-in friend into this show, right? So it's not going to work. It would never work with them being on the show because she would be always expected to have somebody back, right? And even if she had their back, she would be seen as a lapdog, right? It would have never worked. And then she would have been feeling from the fans, everybody said I'm an lapdog, so let me not do this. You get what I'm saying? Everybody is not strong enough to have a friendship on the show. Everybody's not strong enough to do that, okay? So I do understand that. But I also believe that even though she didn't want Shamea on the show, she probably still advocated for Shamea to get a piece to Andy, because I just don't see a reason why Andy would lie about that. I just don't see a reason why Andy would lie about Porsha saying that she advocated for the girl to get a peach. Right? I could not want you to do something, but I still, if you tell me that this is what you want to do, you get what I'm saying? I'll help you. I'll help you. So I believe that she did that. I think that two things could be true. I believe that she told Shamea that, but I also believe that when Shamea told her that she wanted to be a part of the show and she didn't care about that, she told Andy, well, let her come on and get a peach. I mean, because she got one. Okay? Shamea said, listen, I'm going to speak up. In Savannah, we spoke about our parents, and you said, I don't want our friendship to be affected by our parents. But you went on your public platform and talked about my mom doing something egregious to your mom. But your mom did something first to my mom, and that was years prior. And this is where we got to talk about the facts and what happened, okay? What happened was, last year, Shamea got her peach, and Shamea went on a smear campaign. And she went and got her peach and was crying to everybody that was listening, talking about Porsha. And Shamea talked to Cynthia about their mama's relationships first. That is what happened. Shamea talked to Cynthia about Porsha, her and Porsha mama's relationship first. She said that their beef went way back to their mama's beefing. And when Porsha saw the sneak peek before the episode aired, when Porsha saw the sneak peek, Porsha ended up writing that statement that said, wrong road, wrong road. What you're not about to do is bring my mama into this. Your mama did something egregious to my mama. That's what happened, okay? Now, the Porsha haters will say that Diane said something about you got to watch the dog who bring the bone. She did say that. But two things. Shamea did not know that Porsha mama said that, number one. And number two, it wasn't in relation to Johnny Taylor. Porsha mama had never said nothing about Shamea's mama on the show or their relationship. She was telling Porsha, you're going through a lot with this divorce. You got to watch the girl that's coming around you, telling you shit, bringing you mess from other women on the show, knowing that you already going through something. So that is the difference. But the Porsha haters going to swear up and down. If we're going to call it over here, we're going to call it right. I don't got no dog to shoot to get in the game. Shamea brought up the mama's relationship on camera first. Gabor, how you know that the producers carry the bones all the time? Let's just say this, Lawrence Bear. Even if she did see it, Shamea was the first one to bring up the mama's relationship on the show. Even if you want to say that Diane said something about Shamea, She didn't say nothing about Johnny Taylor. What is Shamea mama name? I don't want to keep disrespecting a woman, calling her Johnny Taylor, right? But Shamea is the one who brought up the mama's relationship and what happened in the past first. She is the one who did it. Thank you for the super chat, Fearless. She said, thank you. The girlies like the starting in the middle. P had to write the statement because the blogs picked up what Shamea said first. Yes, she did. Miss Diane never said nothing bad about Miss Sarah on the show. She never did. Yes, someone was in our comment saying the dog bones BS too. Shamea started that. No, baby. No, baby. No. Cynthia and Shamea sat down. Shamea was over there crying to Cynthia, just like she was crying to everybody else. And she brought up the mama's beef first. And then Porsha went on the thing. See, Shamea likes to play victim. And if you looked at Shamea was trying to get this out. She was trying to get this out. Shamea wanted this to be her moment. Shamea wanted this to be her moment. Okay? Shamea said that she was quiet and trying to salvage the relationship, but seeing the way that things are going on, let's go. If we're going to go there, let's go there. How are things going, Shamea? How are things going? Because Porsha's just not fucking with you. She hasn't done anything to you. She hasn't even really said anything to you. She hasn't even said anything to you. I would be with Shamea if Porsha had done something, but Porsha hasn't done anything to you. She hasn't done anything to you. I can see if she said I'm about everybody a sash, Shamea, you buy your own. But she hasn't done anything to you. She hasn't done anything to you. Okay? Porsha says, I don't give a fuck what our parents did. They was friends prior to us. And Shamea said, but you posted about what my mom did, but you didn't post about what your mom did. And so Shamea is steady trying to get it out there. And Porsha said, I don't know about their relationship. She said, but you knew enough to know what my mom about your mom daycare. And Porsha said, everybody knew that. She said, but everybody doesn't know that your mom tried to sleep with my dad. There it is. There it is. Shamea has been waiting for this. Shamea has been waiting for this. And her mama was waiting on the day to get this in front of the camera, baby. Because make no mistake, Shamea would not have let this. Shamea would not have said this if it wasn't okay from Miss Johnny Taylor herself. Shamea would not have said this on camera if she didn't get the okay from her mama herself. Her mama told her you could go ahead and say it on camera. She was trying to get this in front of the camera, baby. She was trying to get this in front of the camera. Porsha said, you and your mama are some low-down dirty snakes. And Shamea said, this is what she said, baby. She said, no, you and your mama are some low-down dirty bitches. And it comes down from generation to generation. I kept my mouth closed long enough and I didn't want to embarrass her. Baby. And she said that to Porsha's face. You and your mama are some low-down dirty bitches. And it comes down from generation to generation. But if it comes down from generation to generation, if my mama a low-down dirty bitch, and I'm a low-down dirty bitch, and it comes down from generation to generation, you won't pull her at your house for what? Y'all are some generational hoes. Yeah, y'all some generational hoes, and they go down from generation to generation. And if you think that my mama is a generational hoe and I'm a generational hoe, why would you want my daughter at your house? Why would you want my daughter at your house? And we're gonna get to it in a minute. Let me just finish what was going on the show. Okay. She said I didn't want to embarrass her. Porsha said, you're gonna embarrass me? And I can tell that Porsha was gagged. You could look at Porsha. Porsha was gagged that the girl said this. Porsha said, you're gonna embarrass me? If my mama did something like that, it will be on my mama. But it ain't true. Shamea said, every time you get a chance to bring up my mom, that's another lie. She said, you bring up every chance you get, you bring up my mom, that's another lie. That's not true. That's not true. I haven't heard Porsha say anything about Shamea's mama, except for that time that they was at the reunion and on the blogs. I haven't seen Porsha say that about the woman on the show. Porsha said, I knew that was going to come up, and I took it home to my mom, and she was flabbergasted. And you know why? Because she said that your mom slept with your dad's brother. Okay? She said, my mom was dating your father's brother, and your mom slept with him. And Shamea said, what's his name? She said, I don't know which brother. Phaedra said, I don't care if his name was Jesus. The correct answer is no, she did not which one. I understand what Phaedra is saying. But that doesn't necessarily mean to me that Miss Johnny Taylor slept with one of her brother-in-laws. I'm not saying that she didn't. I'm just saying it doesn't necessarily mean because Shamea said what is his name that she slept with him. That's all I'm saying. I felt like that Phaedra was trying to throw that in there as a win for Porsha, but that doesn't necessarily mean to me that she did it. Okay? But this is why they shouldn't be on the show together, girl. Because look at how dark he got. Look at how dark he got. And when I tell you the family reunion will be broken up, and I know that Shamea Daddy's brothers' wives is looking at him like, yeah, I knew it. Girl, listen. Thank you for the super chat, West Canal. She said Shamea knew all this and is still begging to be friends with Porsha. Both Shamea and her mama are fools. Correct. Thank you for the super chat, D-Inform. She said, word is Porsha like Riley a side baby. Porsha is like Riley a side baby. Porsha mama and her daddy was married, and Porsha actually has an older brother. Porsha mama was married to Porsha's daddy, and Porsha actually has an older brother by her mama that her daddy got. Thank you for the super chat, Sharjay. She said, after I fell out with a former friend, I was thankful she never kept my children because Mad Day was a motherfucker. You right, good boy. Thank you for the super chat, Sharjay. I appreciate it. Are y'all telling me y'all didn't know that Porsha had an older brother? And I believe his name is Hosea as well. Lauren was the side baby, right? No, Lauren wasn't the side baby. I believe that their parents got divorced. I don't think that Lauren was a side baby. I think that Porsha, mama and daddy got a divorce, and then he got married to Lauren's mama. If that's what it, no, I don't think that Lauren was a side baby. Lauren mama and whatchamacallit daddy was married. Porsha, I thought someone was a side baby. It was something like that. Porsha daddy mom done really fast. Is that what it gives? Lauren is not the side baby. No. I thought the brothers was Lauren's. That's Diane's son. He just don't want to be on camera. I heard Porsha say it on her speak on it. What came first, the baby or the marriage? Porsha is older than Diane. Porsha is older than Lauren. And Porsha is like years older than Lauren. Well, of course she's years older than Lauren. But I think that Porsha is like over 5 years older than Lauren, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I know that Porsha is at least, I thought that Porsha was at least, hold up, Lauren is not Diane's mom. That ain't Diane. I thought Hosea and Porsha, no, I think that Porsha got an older brother, and then it's Porsha and then Lauren. I thought that Porsha, Diane, I heard Diane say on Porsha's show that, on whatchamacallit, that Porsha and Diane and Porsha brother got Diane. Yeah, Lauren mama is the second wife, but Diane got 2 kids by the man, if I'm not mistaken. Porsha got an older brother, and then Porsha. And then he got married again and had Lauren. I keep on saying Diane. You can see that Lauren ain't Diane. Yeah, you can see that Lauren ain't Diane's. You can look at the family when Porsha did Porsha Family Matters. You can look at Porsha's family on Porsha Family Matters, and you can tell who came from the Hosea Williams side of the family. You can tell, no shade, who came by Porsha's side of the family. But it's Porsha brother and then Porsha. Those come from Diane. I don't know who come before Lauren, but I know for sure that Lauren mama was married to Hosea, the daddy. And I don't think that Diane and Washington was beefing, because I want to say that Diane had said on Porsha Families Matters that one of the sisters had a bachelorette party and she went there and Lauren mama was there and they was getting danced on by the bachelor, by some strippers or something like that or whatever. And he came and got Lauren mama out of there and then tried to go and get Miss Diane up out of there. She was like, baby, we ain't married no more. We ain't married no more. Was Diane married? Diane was married, baby. Porsha and Lauren look alike. She got her older face. Oh no, I don't see it, baby. I don't see it. They look at Diane saves Porsha. We seen the family. Listen, let's not do that. Okay. Okay. Shamea said that Porsha told the glam team that Shamea is on the show now. Everything is on limits. And we ain't friends no more. We co-workers. Okay. Porsha said that I never said anything about you to anyone. I don't know if I agree, and I'm being fair. I don't know if I agree that Porsha didn't say anything about Shamea to anyone. But what we can say, if we're being fair, what we can say is that Shamea was going to everyone that would listen talking about Porsha. And Porsha could have been talking about Shamea, but Porsha is too seasoned on the show to do it on camera. And we saw Shamea doing it on camera. And Porsha played the long game and she let Shamea just sink herself. Can we agree with that? I feel like I'm being fair. I don't know if I agree that Porsha ain't never said nothing about Shamea, but she didn't do it on camera. She could have, but she didn't do it on camera. Even when they had showed the text messages, the girl ended up showing the text messages. Even when they ended up showing the text messages, what was the girl named? Britt? Britt ended up showing her text messages. She could have went and said something about the girl, but she didn't. She played the victim. Well, she was the victim, but oh my God, your best friend talking about me. Oh my God. She tried to act so hurt about it. Right? But see, Porsha never said anything about her on camera. She let Shamea sink herself. And I think that's why Shamea is kind of mad. Okay? And so Porsha said that this is a premeditated attack.
100% correct. That
100% correct. It was a premeditated attack. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, Lord, I'm tuned in, too late to defend Porsha and Mama Diane. Mama Diane is innocent and wholesome woman. Shame. Shamea mama is a whore. My God. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. Thank you for the super chat, Elizabeth. She said, did you hear Pinky say, feel like we in Utah after Shamea dropped the bomb about Miss Sarah's indiscretions? Each one teach one, Elizabeth, baby. What that mean? What that mean about Utah? Let me know. I'm not afraid to say I don't know nothing. What that mean? Because you say you don't know, you gotta learn. Learn me. Learn me what it mean, okay? So Pinky says, what's the reason y'all not friends? And Porsha said, when someone has done the things that she has done, you're gonna make the decision to protect yourself. Shamea said that she didn't want this. Shamea said that she don't want to be around Porsha. Shamea, you did though. You want to be around Porsha. And I think that Shamea got up and left. Oh, polygamy. Okay. Sister wives. Okay. Mormons and multiple. Oh, girl, please. Oh, girl, please. Okay. Now I know Pinky ain't with another wife in the basement. Girl. Okay. Shamea, you did want to be around Porsha though. You did want to be around Porsha. That's why you want to be on the show, right? And I feel like that you ended up getting up from the table. Because when you drop a bomb like that at the table, you sit down and you stay. Please stay, baby. Right? When you drop a bomb like that, you were supposed to make Porsha get up and leave. Where you going, baby? Where you going? Put a 2 in the chat if you agree. Put a 2 in the chat if you agree. When you drop a bomb like that, Porsha should have been getting up from the table running and crying. Not you, baby. That's what I'm saying. You weak, you punctified, girl. You don't know what you're doing. This show ain't for you. This show ain't for you. This ain't for you. When you drop a bomb like that, what are you getting up crying for? Especially if it was true. Especially if it was true. Okay? And so Shamea said, fuck her. She walked out with Pinky. She got her friend Kelly back, y'all. That's what she wanted. She wanted her friend Kelly. Okay? She got her friend Kelly. They walking out. And she said, I've been holding that in because I want to protect her, but she ain't protecting me. Girl, Porsha has literally been paying you dust. She has literally been paying you dust. She hasn't done anything to you. She hasn't done anything to you. Okay? Then Shamea said in confessional, bottom line, Porsha didn't want me here. She probably didn't want you there because she knew that you was bringing that on the show about her mama and you thirsty. Okay? She said, I love her, but love could only have been reciprocated if she was a friend of. Now, do I think that Porsha wanted somebody underneath her? I do. I do think that she wanted somebody underneath her. Porsha does give me the type who wants friends around only if she's doing better than them, right? She wants you around to be her friend if you're doing better than them. However, in Real Housewives of Atlanta, Shamea could never be doing better than Porsha on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Will her lifestyle be better than Porsha's? Yes, which is why Porsha is trying to keep that house over there, Simon's house over there, right? But as far as relevancy on the show and housewife status, Shamea will never be. She will never be on that level. She will never be. And that's just the truth. Okay? Shamea said that she never said anything. She never said one thing. No. She said, what is this? Oh, she said that she never one time said anything ill about Porsha to the ladies. And she put that on everything.
You're lying. And you know what doesn't lie? The cameras.
You lying. And you know what I want y'all to do? I want y'all to stop putting shit on everything when y'all sitting up here lying. And I'm not trying to be funny, and I gotta say this because it's on my heart. We saw the footage, baby. I want y'all to stop putting things on everything when y'all know y'all sitting up here lying because, girl, I feel like that's why these transfers ain't taken. I feel like that's why these transfers ain't taken. Because every time you get to, girl, every time you sit up here, you be lying in our face, girl. We done seen you say something ill about the girl. We done seen you say something ill about the girl. You have. We saw it. We saw it. You have been saying something ill about that. You can't put it on everything, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You got to stop putting stuff on everything when y'all sitting up here lying through y'all goddamn teeth. Thank you for the super chat, ma'am. He said Porsha lies. Porsha is still telling us that she didn't steal Simon. Oh, yes, baby. We got to go there. Why are we believing anything that comes out of her mouth or what she puts in? God. My God. Ooh. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. He says Shamea doesn't have a friend in Kelly. She's a Section 8 tenant. My God. Go fund me, Kelly. Okay? So then Shamea is at the car with Kelly. Okay? She says she wants to be liked and she needs to be liked so bad because her own life and her own family is fucked up. One can say the same thing about Shamea though, right? She joined this show when y'all say that she got everything, she could pay for every motherfucker in here when her husband doesn't really want her on this show. She needs to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta because she wants to have some type of relevancy, right? And she needs to be liked. If Shamea was really that girl, she could have started a Married to HVAC. She could have started a Married to HVAC, right? But she had to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She had to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, even though Real Housewives of Atlanta, what the people were saying at the time was a sinking ship. It was a sinking ship at the time. But she just had to be over here. She just had to be over here. Thank you for the super chat, Suez Canal. She said, Shamea looks so crazy in that car crying and calling Porsha. That's my family, girl. Girl. Okay? Back at the table, Porsha is pissed. Porsha is pissed. You can look at Porsha, you can tell that Porsha is pissed. Porsha said she tried to trigger me. Bitch, you would try to poison me. You think I'm gonna let my child over there? Okay? She said, what I see in those eyes is the same thing I see in a person who wish hate upon me. The same devilness, the same evilness. Until I see that spirit off of her, I ain't fucking with it. You know what be tripping me out about Porsha? Is that Porsha be talking like she really saying a word, y'all. Girl, let me tell you something. Until I see that spirit off her, I ain't fucking with it. Baby, I would never fuck with Shamea again, ever in life. What do you mean? If I ever seen the devil in a bitch's eyes, ain't no way you gonna tell me that he got off of her. You get what I'm saying? That's all I need to see, baby. That's all I need to see. What do you mean? Until I see that spirit, I don't fuck with that bitch. From now on, we'll be in a group and we'll just be coexisting. I won't say nothing to her. She won't say nothing to me. I'm paying for everybody's drinks. She gonna have to pay for her own drinks. Her husband can take care of everybody in here. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to stunt, you could pay for everything. You get what I'm saying? And not pay for mine. I could get me. But you know, Porsha be talking like she just saying the word. Hey, we could never be friends again. We would never be able to be friends because I saw the devil in your eyes. Or I saw you trying to wish harm upon me, and that's what Shamea was really trying to do, baby. She was really trying to do it, okay? And so K Michelle. And this is what I'm saying, baby. This is what I love about being a content creator. Because the stuff, if follows how you talk, let's listen to K Michelle. K Michelle said, even if she has to be held accountable, I still don't want to see anybody in this group feel like everybody is on them. Fuck up! Shut the fuck up, K Michelle. Because this is the same woman who waged war on Porsha because she accused Kelly of sleeping with the married man. But now that Shamea has done it to somebody's mother, right? Now that Shamea has done it to somebody's mother.
And when it comes down to my mother,
When it comes down to my mother, but now now that Shamea has done it now, and y'all want to say that K Michelle ain't on nobody's team. But when Porsha said that was enough for her I gotta have a pause around Porsha. She accused that woman in my face of sleeping with a married man. Now that Shamea has done it to Porsha's mama, she want to have grace for Shamea. Put a 3 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. See, it's rules for thee and not for me, right? When Porsha do something, we gonna ban, you know what I'm saying? We gonna ban against Porsha and we gonna punish Porsha because she was wrong for doing that, saying that about that girl. But Shamea can do it about somebody, mama, ain't nobody supposed to say nothing. And we gonna still give her grace. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. And that's what I be talking about. It's rules for thee and not for she. It's rules for thee and not for she. I don't like no shit like that. Did you see Andy Mouth's Candy? My mom, yeah, I did. Well, there's different rules for everyone in the group, clearly. I love to see the 3s in the chat. Because, you know, I'll be feeling like I'm on my own. Why did it end this way? Okay, thank you for the super chat, women. That she say Porsha is scheming against Shamea behind the scenes. She's just reality TV trained enough not to do it in front of the camera. Shamea is not smart enough in doing it on camera. Women, baby, how do we know that Porsha is scheming behind the scenes? You work on set? Thank you for the super chat, Brian. He said the Porsha hate is real. Kelly did want to taste that peach. I believe so. Now. Get gone, Shamea. Oh, thank you, BJ's daughter. Y'all just making up shit. Who? Oh, okay. Girl, you crazy. Girl, you crazy. Okay? You know, because everyone follows Porsha's lead. Right. Porsha is known for scheming producers. Y'all are hilarious. Okay? So then Cynthia said, do you feel like the thing that she's going through in this group, Shamea has brought upon herself, or is everyone picking on her? And that was the right question to ask. Cynthia, and this is why Cynthia needs to be upgraded back into her peach. Grandma need a peach. Grandma need a peach. Okay? Because the thing is, K. Michelle got her own grievances with Shamea. She got her own grievances with Shamea, but she too pussy to call it out. She too pussy to call it out. And I'm sorry, friend or not, if a bitch did something to me, I'm calling it out. I'm calling it out right then and there, because if you let too much time go by, they'll forget what happened. If you let too much time go by, they'll forget what happened. Now, I get not wanting to bring it up to the group like Shamea didn't want y'all to, right? Shamea didn't want her to bring the beef into the group because her beef is supposed to be secret, right? Her beef with K. Michelle supposed to be between them, and it is supposed to be secret. But I think that it is so hypocritical. It's so hypocritical that Diane trying to sleep with her daddy. She said in a group setting, right? Even if she wanted to bring it to Porsha, she should have brought it to Porsha one-on-one, right? But when Shamea do something wrong, she want to train the girls to talk to her by herself. Don't say nothing to me in front of the group. We supposed to be a clique, and we supposed to stick together. This is a sisterhood over here. But when she talking to Porsha, she can say it in front of the whole goddamn group. You see what I'm saying? It's rules for thee and not for she. It's rules for thee and not for she. See, when K. Michelle wanted to call her out, when K. Michelle wanted to call her out, well, I don't know why you said it in front of me, in front of everybody else. But see, you don't do that to nobody else though. See, that's what I be talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's a rule because Porsha won't film one-on-one with her. Well, write her a letter. Write her a letter. Matter of fact, invite Diane to lunch and let her and Johnny Taylor sit together and talk. Thank you for the super chat, True Blue 8850. She said, do you think because Kelly ran behind Shamea after the horrible blow up that it'll rub Porsha the wrong way? Porsha ain't no fool. Porsha knows she can't compete with that. That's that girl landlord. What else she was gonna do? What else she was gonna do? Porsha already put her mama on the goddamn street. What you think that she gonna do to Kelly when Kelly get put out? Kelly had to follow Shamea, or she was gonna be homeless. And she can't go over there and stay with Diane. Diane ain't got no house no more. Diane about to be over there standing in the pool house, laying on the couch over there in Pilar's little studio, because they using the pool house for Pilar's little studio for her social media stuff. And she gonna be over there laying on the couch. Diane gonna be asking Pilar to keep it down. So what if she had to get up and go follow her landlord? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Let's be real. You better have got up. She was gonna tell her, you know, I just felt like when I got up, I was by myself, and so I won't be renewing your lease. I won't be renewing your lease. I won't be renewing your lease. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Take your ass down to the welfare.
Take your ass down to the welfare, okay? And Bravo wrote that beautiful bean footage. They rolled the beautiful bean footage of Shamea getting into it with everybody. They rolled it. They rolled it, okay? K. Michelle said it was a relief for her to get that off of her chest. She is absolutely devastated by the friendship. And Pinky said, is the friendship over? Is the friendship done? And Porsha said, girl, did you hear what she said about my motherfucking mama? And listen, at this point, I feel like we got to give it up for Porsha, because I'm telling you, if I wouldn't have jumped on Shamea for what she said about my mama, my mother, my mama, if I wouldn't have jumped on her for what she said about my mama, I definitely would have jumped on Pinky. No. I definitely would have jumped on Pinky. I probably wouldn't have been able to do this. Because she got the dry tennis ball head. But I definitely I definitely would have, because stop playing in my face. The friendship is over with and done with. I love my mama. I love my mama. Some of y'all mamas and stuff wasn't there for y'all or whatever, and I don't understand it. I love my mama. I woke up and see my mama every day. I woke up and see my mama every day. You know what I'm saying? I love my mama. My mama wasn't no trick. She wasn't no hoe. She was there. My mama was a mother, helping mess with my homework and everything. My mama was a mother. Okay? I love my mama. It will be up, baby. It will be up. And I would have told Pinky, girl, I don't know what type of crackhead mama you got, bitch, but I love mine. Okay? Now, Porsha said in her confessional, she said her and her mama are like the trash she piled on Wednesday and hope they pick it up Thursday. This is the most I said about the bitch. Now, Porsha, when you said the bitch, who was you talking about, mama? Because you should have said this is the most I said about the bitch. I said, girl, it's already up now, right? It's already up. It's already up now. Right, Dina? My mama ain't perfect by far, but that's my mama. That's mine. My mama told me I could be anything I wanted to be, baby. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, Porsha, anger management is working, baby. Give it up. Give it up. I am giving it up. I ain't giving it up. Porsha, I want to know who you talking about. I want to know who you talking about when you said this the most you said about the bitches. The bitch. Was you talking about Porsha? Well, this is the most you said about Shamea. This is the most you said about Shamea. But was you talking about Johnny too? What y'all say her mama name was? Shelby? Or Miss Shelby? Okay? And so Shamea is in the car crying. Shamea in the car crying. She said, my mom slept with my dad's brother. My parents had almost been married for 50 years, but that doesn't mean that it can happen, baby. I'm telling you, baby, what did Nene say the first season when she went and seen that drunk down there in Athens? The first time, the secrets that people hold. The secrets that people hold. You never know, baby. Thank you for the super chat, Jamil. He said, is it my belief that K. Michelle treasure her lane so she doesn't want her drag Shamea when all are? What? Want to drag Shamea when all are? Is it my belief that K. Michelle her lane so she doesn't want to drag Shamea when all are? That's bullshit. That's bullshit, girl. If you did something to these hoes and then you did something to me too, girl, I'm calling you out on it. Shit. Thank you for the super chat. Jay is a Jim H. She said, Big Pimpin' Porsha was talking about Shamea mom. Oh, you think that she was talking about Shamea mama? My God, I didn't know that she was talking about her mama. She ain't nothing like me, because I would have said, I would have got in a confessional and said, Miss Shelby is a bitch. So it wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? If we gonna do it, we gonna do it. If we gonna dance, let's dance. Shelby's a bitch. Shelby's a bitch. And she's a bitch that tried to sleep with her husband's brother. Right? That's what I would have said. So it could have been no mistake who I was talking about. Oh my God, y'all think that she was talking about her mama? Oh, it's really going now. It's really up. It's really up. Thank you for the super chat, Miss Treese. She said, Shamea proves Porsha right. The show didn't come between their friendship. And Shamea chose to put the show before their friendship. She played the long game Angela was talking about. Right, she did. She did. Fuck Shelby. Fuck Shelby. Okay? Now, do I believe Shamea? Oh, Sarah. Sorry. Sarah. What a black ass bitch like that doing name. I ain't never seen no. It gotta be Sarah Jane or something like that. It gotta be something. I'm just saying, and it's no shade. I'm just saying, she too. Her name gotta be Sarah Jane or Sarah Josephine or she got one of them middle names that go with it. It ain't just Sarah. It can't just be Sarah. They don't give me Sarah. They don't give me just Sarah. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying it can't just be Sarah. It can't be, you know what I'm saying? Right, it gotta be Sarah Sue, Sarah May. It ain't just Sarah. It ain't just, I know it ain't just Sarah. Not her. Not her. That ain't, I know some Sarahs, that ain't no Sarah. That ain't no Sarah. Thank you for the super chat, Jazz. And then she said, I think Shamea mom is Sarah Boo. Okay, thank you. Sarah Boo, Sarah Lou, Sarah May, I don't know. But it ain't just no Sarah. It can't just be no Sarah. I know that ain't that Sarah. It ain't no Sarah. It ain't no Sarah. What? I'm just saying it ain't, Serafina, Aquafina, I don't know. It ain't just Sarah though. It can't just be no Sarah. I don't believe that. Okay? Now, do I believe Shamea? It's possible. It's possible. But if I'm to believe that Sarah Sue, Serafina, Sarah Sippany, if she is saying, well, if I'm to believe that Shamea is saying that Porsha mama tried to sleep with her daddy, and Porsha sleeps with married men, right? And I'm with Angela, right? As a married woman, why would you be sitting there celebrating and laughing at her threatening to fuck Charles, right? And if they're generational whores, why do you want PJ around? Why do you want PJ around? I would want her far away from my children. I would want her far away from my child. If you got a friend that steals and you know that they mama steal, then chances are they children gonna steal. Right? If you meet a friend who struggle with drugs and you know that they mama struggle with drugs, then the crackhead shit might have fell on them. Right? And so I'm just saying, let's just be real though. And y'all don't want to tell the truth. Y'all be a little green sometimes. You get what I'm saying? Sarah Lou. I like Sarah Lou. But let's be real, right? Right? No, Sarah Michelle is too young. A Sarah Michelle is 40. A Sarah Michelle is 40. And so now it ain't gonna be no Sarah Michelle. But chances are that, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't want that around you get what I'm saying? You wouldn't want that around your child. I don't want to tell my family business. But one of my cousins, her mama a bulldagger. And all her daughters bulldaggers. And when they get to talking about them when we was growing up, they be like, "Oh, there's too many bulldaggers over there." You get what I'm saying? And so, people be steering clear. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want their daughters to go over there. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? That's how people talk about you. You get what I'm saying? And so, I don't want. Do you understand what I'm saying? Y'all got the shit in y'all family too. When there's some shit that happened with the kids and they going with the mama, and then you get what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to delete this video, and I've been up here almost 2 hours, and I said I won't even be here this long. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let's just say y'all got friends. Like S-Lover got a friend, right? And she been knowing her friends and they was 14 years old, right? And her friend peed in the bed. And S-Lover mama know her friend mama, and her friend mama peed in the bed. If the girl come over there to her house, baby, we gotta get the motherfucking plastic out because we know she pisses. You know what I'm saying? She pissy like her mama and her granny. You get what I'm saying? Some shit fall down. You get what I'm saying? It goes down. And so why would we want PJ over there if these are some generational whores? Shamea, you be trying to do stuff and you end up making yourself look stupid. It's generational issues, generational trauma, generational curses, childhood trauma. So, now do I believe that Johnny Taylor slept with the... And I also think this. I also think that a lot of people are going to think that Miss Diane tried to sleep with Shamea mama, daddy, because Porsha's passed and because Miss Diane is a pretty woman, right? And we know that pretty women get shamed, right? Kenya's a whore, Claudia a hoe. When you're a pretty woman, you automatically be seen as a whore. Somebody can just say that you slept with somebody because you're pretty and they can see you doing it. You get what I'm saying? They just gonna put it up on you, right? So I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. It's possible. Now, do I believe that what was the name that we said we were gonna do? Sarah Lou. What name we was gonna do? Sarah May. Sarah Charlene. Sarah Ruth. Ooh. Sarah Josephine. Sarah Joe. I like Sarah Joe. Sarah Grace. Sarah Quita. That's too young, Rob J. Sarah May. Now, Sarah May, do I believe that Sarah May slept with one of her brothers? I don't know, but it's possible. It's possible. I don't know. I want the mamas at the reunion. I want the mamas at the reunion. And if Andy, you need to put the motherfucking kids up and send them motherfucking ass to boarding school. We need a Shamea and Porsha spinoff with the mamas. We need a Porsha and Shamea sit down with the mamas. Because we got to get to the bottom of this shit. We got to get to the bottom of it. Oh, not Naomi, baby. Naomi say Slim Pig, Sarah. Now, I like that. Because she do give me Slim Pig. I do get Slim Pig. Okay? But I don't really want to play with nobody mamas like that. I don't want to say that Miss Diane got friendly puss just because her daughter got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real with you. Now, I think that some fair to judge Porsha, but I mean, that's how I go, though. That's how I go. You get it. If your daddy accused of something, you know what I'm saying? If your daddy get accused of something, they fall on their kids and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so you just, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta know. Okay? But I don't know. I don't want to play with nobody mamas and stuff like that, but this is heavy, y'all. It's heavy. Could Porsha mama have done it? It's possible. Could Johnny have slept with her brother-in-law? It's possible. I don't know. Okay? I got some super chats. Let's see what's going on before I get up out of here. Sissy baby, thank you for the super chat. He said, "Gabor, your commentary today on RHOA was helped me get through this last half of my workday. Johnny Taylor told Shamea to say that in Ireland, church folks messy as hell." I believe that 100%. I believe that 100%. She said, "You know what, baby? Get them hoes. I know how to get them hoes up off you. Say this. I believe it. But see, Porsha let it be known at the table that she had already heard that and she had already knew it was coming up. She had already heard it and she already knew it was coming up. But see, Porsha should have, I don't know. She just played the long game because she knew it was coming up. Thank you for the super chat. He said, "Shout out to Porsha protecting her daughter, not getting hit on by Marcia Dimes. Porsha should have said, you worried about my mama. Do you know who your daddy is? You know how your mama get down." Oh my God. I will say this though, Shamea and her sisters do look a lot different than each other though. I will say that. Thank you for the super chat, Miss Trees. She say, "What difference does it make to Shamea and Porsha what happened between their mothers years ago? Why is Shamea even bringing that into the show?" That's the point. She want to get a win so bad. She tried to take Porsha's job last year. She put her job in jeopardy this year. Now she over here trying to get a reaction out of Porsha because Porsha is paying her dust. The girl, I bought you a what did they buy? A scarf, and this is the thanks I get. Thank you for the super chat, Mims. He said the issue is Dennis. Oof, Jesus. I ain't gonna let y'all talk about Dennis like that now. He volunteered the info to Gerald because Shamea's husband didn't ask for Porsha's daughter to go to his house in the first place. Because Shamea's husband, Mims, now I'm not trying to be funny and y'all being messy. This is my seed. Y'all being messy. They need somebody over there at the house for her to play with. They need somebody at the house for Shia to play with. She don't want to be throwing a ball and then got to go get the ball and throw it back and act like she's throwing it to herself all the time. Now, come on now. Are you being funny, Mims? You being funny? Every time she do something over there, she got an audience. You know? She just got somebody looking around. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? She wants somebody to play with. She needs somebody to play with that's going to talk back and play back. That's all I'm saying, baby. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. He said, why would Porsha want her child at Shamea's home knowing she's never home, always out drinking while Shiloh home shivering in the cold? My God. They did say that. She said, Shamea, girl, I went up there. She said, Shamea, I went up there, girl. It was like the North Pole. It was like the North Pole up there, Shamea. And what did Shamea do? Baby, leave a grenade and go to Miami. And she said, girl, I ain't got time for that shit. He trying to have another baby? Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Y'all so messy. Thank you for the super chat, Gwen Mendez. She said she was talking about Shamea's mom. Porsha is being passive aggressive. Porsha and Shamea are being messy. They need to just say what they beef is all about. Left her to freeze. Then bought the baby shrimp though. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She did do that. And he's a fucking HVAC specialist, baby. Come on, Nene. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And nobody tell my mama, but nobody tell my mama secrets always up from that, right, Asia? I don't care what my mama did. I don't care what my mama did. Girl, I would have been jumping over that table, y'all. I'd have been jumping over that table, okay? But y'all, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support. I did not plan on being on here this long. I thought that the episode was okay. But I didn't think that it was all that. But I don't know. Thank you for the super chat, the Miller React. I just wondered if all Shamea's uncles will be invited to Thanksgiving this year. Yeah, because they're gonna have to do a slam pig of Sarah. Baby, like they used to do back in the day. They're gonna have to do a slam pig. Oh, baby, thank you for the super chat, Joe Mills, baby. Say the world has too many freaks. They used to play that song in Houston with Adina Howard, and she'd be on the hook saying, I can freak you in the morning, freak you in the evening, freak you at night, freak you on the shower, freak you on the table, freak you right now, and I can't freak you later. Y'all remember that? That used to be the shit. They used to be the shit. They used to be the shit. All of the Houston people in the chat, let me know if y'all remember that. I can freak you in. I think it was with South Park Mexicans. Okay, but y'all, that was the episode, y'all. Thank y'all. So I can't get with calling her Sarah Johnny Taylor's muffin. It is, right? I love you, Austin. Enjoy the new having to listen to this podcast. How far is that away? How far is that away? And how far is that away from Nantucket? I didn't know what Nantucket was until I started watching the show with Regina Hall. I didn't know that. You didn't know what? The uncles collecting cups and sending them to a testing. Or maybe I need to hear the original. I'm probably a little bit off key a little bit. Because I've been trying to practice my delusional. It got good at the end. Wait, Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley what? Good boy, have you caught up on Polygamous on Netflix? Child, I'm trying. I can't. I can't get with it. I can't get jiggy with that shit. I can't. Shit. I'm over there. Oh, Too Many Freaks by Dina Howard, and I believe it's one of the. It's either the South Park Mexicans or one of the Crazy Bones, Bone Thugs and Harmony. One of the Bones, I think. Okay. Oh, Ricky Smiley is Shamea's mom. Oh, the Polygamist. Watch the Polygamist. I tried. Okay. I could do a couple episodes in there. It's so bad you can't stop. Oh my God. See, that's what I'm saying. Sounds a little familiar. I tried to watch it too and kept on. That's what I'm saying, that's lover. I'll be watching it. I watched the first episode. I said, girl, what is this? And I tried to give it 2 episodes. And then I fell asleep. I woke up, I was on episode 8. Then I went back and tried to catch it. And then it's like, what? Yeah, right. Yeah, the new show with Regina. I didn't want to say it. I wanted to write it on Twitter, but I didn't want to be. I don't like to be no party pooper. I didn't want to be no party pooper or whatever. I ain't want to. When I thought of Regina, I didn't know if for my mental health, I didn't want to watch Regina Hall over there being the only nigga over there. It was gonna remind me of Norman Wells. Nolan Wells. It's gonna remind me of Nolan Wells, and she's the only black person over there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, girl, what's going on? What's going on over here, child? Okay, I'm gonna watch it. Y'all follow Houston Foodie 713. She got a channel. Y'all some freaks to be watching that show. I'm stuck on this Polly on WeTV. I got WeTV? I think I got WeTV, but I haven't watched it. Watch Shrunk or I Can't Have You, both on Peacock. With Chloe Bailey, Rosanna G, I wish I would. But I will say this, Chloe Bailey, if I get some time, I'll watch it. But I did watch the show that she was in with Kevin Hart. She did really, really good. Chloe Bailey. I just think that she tried to be too sexual, but she did really, really good in the show that she did with Kevin Hart. I think it was called Friday Night Fight or something like Fight Night. She did good on Fight Night. She did really, really good. That was the best that she ever did. I mean, that's the best acting. That was the only acting I've seen her in, and she's a really good actress. She did really, really good. All right. But y'all, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Adios.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it.